Louisiana Republican Senator John Kennedy's with us now, member of the Senate Judiciary Committee. Sir, good morning to you. I know it's been a busy time reacting to this. What David Spunt's reporting, that's a lot of new information. His travel overseas, what he was doing before. Apparently, he wanted to set off detonation devices that did not go off. What more can you add on the investigation now?
Well, first, I want to thank President Biden and the First Lady for coming to New Orleans. The president, whoever it is, represents America, and by him and the First Lady coming, they're showing that America cares to my people, and I appreciate that. There were so many acts of valor and demonstrated love for common humanity. The cops who stood their ground and killed this rabid animal, the paramedics, the ambulance drivers, the doctors, the nurses, the people on Bourbon Street who stopped and cared for their fellow visitors. I also want to give a shout out to the FBI. It was rocky at first. I'm not going to kid you. The first 10 hours after the incident, we didn't have nearly enough experienced FBI or Homeland Security people there, but they came in and they corrected immediately a lot of the inaccurate information that we were being given. They're learning more and more about this animal. Mistakes were made. Our mayor and our police chief screwed up. We're going to fix it, and we're going to be ready for the Super Bowl. I want people to come to New Orleans. I'll be there and feel safe, and the state's going to be put in charge. As soon as President Trump takes office, I'm going to ask him and Homeland Security to send us a bunch of folks to help out. The city will still be involved, but they're not going to run the show.
Your governor, Jeff Landry, called on President Trump's nominees to be confirmed right away. Let's take a quick listen to that. Call for 3, please.
To me, right now, it's about protecting the homeland. As we prepare for a Super Bowl in the city of New Orleans, we need Kristi Noem to be confirmed on the same day that Donald Trump is sworn in as president. Chuck Schumer knows about terror. He is from New York. He knows about how important it is to have a Homeland Security secretary in place. We don't need any gaps.
Do you think that the incident would spur any sort of faster confirmation hearings?
Well, I hope so. What I also hope it spurs, I think Kristi, Ms. Noem, the governor, is going to be confirmed. And I hope she's confirmed quickly, because I'm going to call her and send us every person you can spare to New Orleans to help us protect everybody at the Super Bowl. Look, President Biden is of record, and some in the administration saying the biggest threat to American domestic security is white racism and terrorism. I don't think many people believe that. They didn't believe it then. They don't believe it now. It's these radical Islamic terrorists who believe that if you don't believe what they believe, you should be killed. And that they include Jews and Americans in that number.
Sir, hindsight was perfect, as they say, 2020. But when you look back on this, I don't know if it's the FBI or even local leaders there in New Orleans. Could this have been an easy thing to stop?
Well, we certainly could have slowed it down. Bourbon Street was not properly barricaded. That's clear. I'm not sure it's properly barricaded now. We're bringing in some security experts to give us some advice, but it certainly wasn't then. I mean, the guy went and rented a very heavy EV truck, which is super heavy and can accelerate quickly, and he just went right around whatever barricades they had after everybody had received so many warnings about trucks being used as weapons of terrorism. Now, the cops on the street did a great job, but the leadership was lacking. And we've got a Super Bowl coming. But the state's going to be more involved, and the federal government's going to be more involved. I don't think the people of New Orleans have a lot of confidence in our mayor. I don't want to be ugly, but she has a record, and it's not a good one. But I want to get past that and just get ready for the Super Bowl.
We hear you, and we thank you for coming on the show, and we're sorry for what you all are going through.
Thank you, Senator.
Well, thank you, David.
Thank you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.